starting the recording now. Okay. Right. Okay. Oops. Always does that. Why? And as you'll remember, Harry, later on in the book, the Lord of the Flies says to Simon, "I'm the beast." Does it not? Oops. All right there, Nora? Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's see what you come up with. Ruben, how important do you see the beast being in this novel as a character? Sorry, can you say it a bit louder? A bit important. Do you want to elaborate upon that? How is it? Why is he a bit important? Oh, I think you are. What does the beast represent, Ruben? Right. Good. So we've got the collective fear of the boys, haven't we? There, they've all got it in there. Kate, what do you think? I'll come to people. Just save your answer because I know everybody's names by now. I've got them embedded. You're next, Lucas, by the way. Not that Lucas. No, that Lucas. Then I'll have the other Lucas. Yeah. So, Kate.
Well, mine was very similar about saying it was like a collection of fears. I said that it never actually caused those harm to the boys. It was like a character that one of the boys sort of thought of, and then it then imagined and changed and like added on to, say, like
Right.
as well. And
Yeah. Right, like that. So it's actually, it's created by the boys themselves. Lucas, what about you? What do you think about the beast? Ooh, like it. Very good, very good. You're saying a creature as well, so again, that keeps it in the realms of non-human. And if it's a spirit, spirits can be one or two things, can't they? Whiskey, brandy, No, but what can spirits be? Because good and bad. I cracked that bad joke. Yeah. So it is that idea about it being natural force. Good. Then Lucas 2.
Lucas 1.
It's Lucas 2. It's Lucas 2 because you came here in a second.
I think it's the beast is the main character of the whole story because it is in every single one of the boys. It is what they are influenced by, like the savagery and how they turn into the dark side.
Oh, we're going to Star Wars. In fact, and I like what you're saying there, and I think we can wrap that up very neatly in 2 words. The beast is, for the boys, yeah, we can say, the beast is, it is the human condition. It's how we as humans tick. Yeah. I love it. There's always one person in a group, I can guarantee it, who has fingers like Thor on a keyboard. In my year 11, it's Christian Cheesley. Oh no, I think Lucas too is outdoing Harry here.
Yeah, it used to be Harry.
But I mean, Lucas here, but a swanky new keyboard, it is going 10 to the dozen there. Yeah, that is loud. That's good. Maggie, what do you think about the Beast? Yeah. If we think about its physical location, where it actually is, on the island, which ties in with what you're saying about it being central. In relation to the darkness and everything that is on that island, where does Lord of the Flies, the Beast, sit? Which is what in relation to darkness?
He's like casting its evilness over everything.
Right, and so we would say if it's central to the darkness, it's give it a human organ.
Soul. Brain.
Soul isn't an organ.
Yeah.
No, it's not the brain. Can't spell today. Yes, it is the heart of darkness, which is another novel, funnily enough, by Joseph Conrad, which is all about folk going very, well, a bit savage, to be honest, uncivilized. But it is really, isn't it? It's central. Without, I mean, it's the title of the novel, Lord of the Flies. Good. And as we know, there it is. There's Lord of the Flies.
But isn't that the pig's head? This is what I don't get. Have pig's head.
Tickling Simon under the chin there.
Speak to Simon. I don't get it. It's metaphorical. People lie.
Izzy Stone. I feel let down. Oh, we're going to get onto this today. Don't you worry. How on earth can a pig's head talk to him? I mean, it's just he's just batty, isn't he? He's just bonkers.
What makes the pig's head so special?
Ah. Well, see, if you know your devilish iconography, yeah, see, you would know why the old pig's head's in there. Yeah. Right. So and we've touched upon this a little bit, you know, what we think it is. I mean, if we were to ask Harry, for you, give me one word. What is the Beast? One word. You can only give me one word.
Dark.
Ooh, like that, yeah.
Why is it dark?
Why not dark? All right. So yeah, it's dark. Good. Sherelle, one word to describe the Beast. That's a letter, not a word.
Wait.
Too slow, Beth.
I think it's a way to play.
Very good. And again, if you think about it, some of the horror, you think about the void, the abyss, the emptiness of the human soul. Oh, nothingness is a very good way of describing it. Like it. You thought of a word yet, Sherelle?
No.
Lewis.
Shadow.
Ooh, a shadow. Like it. Let's see.
That pig. The pig's head. Soul.
Very good. Nora? What do you think? What is the Beast? In a word.
Yeah.
Oh, like it. Yeah, take that. Oh, so lively. Good. Izzy? One word for the Beast? Oh, yeah.
Fear.
Oh, yeah. As they say, now we're cooking with gas. There are all these different ways of describing the Beast. Patrick, one word for the Beast. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, did he steal your word?
Yeah.
Oh, see that? He's had his hand in your brain and he's just plucked it out. Yeah, all of the old still can't spell today. Yeah, all these kind of things about the beast, and we're going to look at this through a few characters. I mean, first of all, we're going to look at it with Simon, because Simon really has the biggest confrontation with the beast. He is the biggest connection with the beast, the Lord of the Flies, and it's a very interesting thing. Now, I thought about ways to introduce the beast to you as well, and I thought, you know what? There's a song that might go quite well with this.
We're going to sing it ourselves, so.
Well, you can feel free to join in if you know the one. But as you listen to this song, I want you to think about how does it reflect the themes and ideas that we've just speculated about here in the novel. I want you to think about maybe who would sing this song. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully the hyperlink works. We'll probably get a word from our sponsors first, because it is on our favourite channel, YouTube. Oh no, maybe we're going straight to it. Bit of Iron Maiden, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I listened to that. Yeah, it took that one.
Oh, the song is
Yeah, I
terrible.
went looking upwards because the song is probably so
Right.
Well, it's metal, so none of you are going to like it.
No, this is from Harry's collection.
Harry's collection.
Harry Meads, when he's not listening to Taylor Swift.
Harry's collection.
Right, shh. Shh. Hush. Bit different to Spanish songs from next door.
Just what I saw.
That's Jack and his choir, you know, just giving it big licks on the islands. Lucas is enjoying this. Oh, is he getting into it now? Bit of head banging going on from Izzy. Right, cue rambling guitar solo. Now, oh, you know that's from some of my youthful years. You know that was it. You know, heavy metal. Oh God, that was a thing back in the late '70s, wasn't it? And it was. Excuse me, I was there. I think I should know. Oh. Anyway, and look, heavy metal did get a bit of a. They did get a bit fixated on things satanic for a while, and lots of people used to think that this was making teenagers do very strange things, listen to all that sort of music. But anyway, lots of key ideas come out of that. Actually, you know, that 666, the number of the beast. Where is that from? Yeah, but where is that concept? 666 is the number of the beast. Where is that taken from?
666, that's yeah.
No, hang on, just focus on what I'm saying. It comes from it comes from the Bible, from the book of Revelation, and the beast shall be known by the number. And the number is 666.
Why is number 6?
And again, it's all tied in with the Armageddon and the apocalypse sort of thing. But again, in there it talks about things about, it's about the fires being lit and Satan's work being done, and it's a number of the beast, and so we're getting that conflation of, Satan, the devil, the beast, all those things coming together. And obviously we've got, as I said, we've got the choir on the island, and gosh, it could be Jack and the choir's anthem as we get towards the end of, rather than kill the pig, bash the head and spill our blood and all that sort of stuff, they could easily have sang this because it was equally good for all of them. Now, Simon has a couple of confrontations with the beast, with the Lord of the Flies. First one here. Simon stayed where he was, a small brown image concealed by the leaves. Even if he shut his eyes, the sow's head still remained like an after image. The half-shut eyes were dim with the infinite cynicism of adult life. They assured Simon that everything was a bad business. I know that. Simon discovered that he'd spoken aloud, and he opened his eyes quickly, and there was the head grinning amusedly in the strange daylight, ignoring the flies, the spilled guts, even ignoring the indignity of being spiked on a stick. He looked away, looking for his dry lips. A gift for the beast. Might not the beast come for it? The head, he thought, appeared to agree with him. Run away, said the head silently. Go back to the others. It was a joke, really. Why should you bother? You were just wrong, that's all. A little headache, something you ate, perhaps. Go back, child, said the head silently. And Simon looked up, feeling the weight of his wet hair, and gazed at the sky. Up there, for once, were clouds, great bulging towers that sprouted away over the island, grey and cream, copper-coloured. The clouds were sitting on the land. They squeezed, produced moment by moment this close, tormenting heat. Even the butterflies deserted the open space where the obscene thing grinned and dripped. Simon lowered his head, carefully keeping his eyes shut, then sheltered them with his hand. There were no shadows under the trees, but everywhere a pearly stillness, so that what was real seemed elusive and without definition. The pile of guts was a black blob of flies that buzzed like a saw. After a while, the flies found Simon. Gorged, they alighted by his runnels of sweat and drank. They tickled under his nose and played leapfrog on his thighs. They were black and iridescent green and without number. And in front of Simon, the Lord of the Flies hung on his stick and grinned. At last, Simon gave up and looked back, saw the white teeth and dim eyes, the blood, and his gaze was held by that ancient, inescapable recognition. In Simon's right temple, a pulse began to beat on the brain. I want you now, down the side there, put down your thoughts. Tell me, what is happening there in that moment of confrontation between Simon and the Lord of the Flies? What do you think is happening? Izzy, for you, how really is it, you've mentioned this, how is it that Simon and this head appear to communicate? What is it that Golding is trying to project here? What is he trying to symbolise through this meeting of the two characters? Because the head is very much portrayed here as a physical character. Okay, jot down your ideas. It is just come up to 11:20. I will give you 5 minutes, because you don't have to write in full sentences. Just be boom, 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 battering down your thoughts there. Bullet point it just down the side on your OneNote. Yeah, 5 minutes. You need to charge. What you need to charge, or do you mean your device needs to charge? I don't think you're electric, are you, Lewis? No. Right. Okay, you need to shuffle over. That's it. Let's do what? Ruben, can you plug in for me, please? Thank you. Right, you got a chance to get your yeah, now hopefully we'll reach to them. Okay, that's it, yeah. Highlight anything in the text you think, ooh, that's good, that's important. I think he's done, is he? Oh. Okay, yeah, let's begin to discuss this. Right, Sherelle, what do you think is taking place in this confrontation between Simon and Lord of the Flies?
Um, well, he's like speaking to him, knowing that he's going to be freaked out and stuff. He seems kind of like, not like smug, that's not the word I'm looking for, like he's grinning, he's like saying it in a way, he's like, oh, just go, child. Like that, as if he's like smart and like knows what he's doing and knows that Simon's going to get like freaked out. And
Yeah. Oops. I mean, I think it's that idea you see with the grinning, you know, it's smugness, isn't it? It's a sense of superiority. Yeah. And again, is this reference to, you know, as a child, which the fact that the beast, the Lord of the Flies, refers to Simon as a child, Kate, what does that suggest about the head?
That it's, I don't know, he like, he describes at the end of it, he talks about like what it looks like in his head, but when
Yep.
it comes to a child,
So if he's calling Simon a child, what does that suggest about the speaker then? If you think of
it's
that,
not a child, it's like someone older.
adult or superior, yeah. Yeah, so we've got that. Nora. Oh, not Nora, Beth, sorry. That's Nora.
Simon's like closing his eyes and lowering his head, and maybe that means that he's trying to have a better connection with the person.
Right, yeah, good.
Superior.
Hang on, let me finish first bit. Yeah. You know, it is about that getting Simon to understand that better. You know, get him to understand this is exactly what you are dealing with. Yeah, right, Lucas, come to you now. What was it you wanted to say? Sorry, because you
What
were.
about when he was he's bowing his head and like that, but he also knows he's superior and he is
Yeah,
nothing compared to him.
good. There does appear to be this, yeah, sense of power, doesn't there? Hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, Lois, thank you.
Since there's clouds in the sky for the first time since we've been there, I feel like that's kind of trying to tell Simon that it's not of a being, like it's not the beast or the Lord isn't good. Like he should listen to him because there's clouds in the sky for the first time.
So you're saying there basically that this is a sort of warning to Simon, and saying that you are taking on something that is way more powerful than you. Yeah. Yeah, there's that kind of idea about the warning around saying, you know, you need to go away. And again, it repeats that idea about the boy again, doesn't it? You know, or child again, saying, go away, go away. You know what you're doing here. You don't know who you're dealing with. Izzy first, then Harry.
Does it take the form of the pig's head because Simon's uncomfortable with like killing the pig? That like he was uncomfortable with the pig.
No.
Therefore he's uncomfortable.
Not so much that. Again, I see if you go into your devil-eye iconography, that there's links and all that sort of thing, you know, with pigs and cloven hoofs, symbolic of the devil, that sort of thing. Yeah. So it's more to do with that. Yeah. Harry?
The clouds are also referred to as like buildings, like the great bulging towers. So
Mm.
that might remind him of civilization. So up in the clouds and heavens,
Mm.
civilization, and it's sort of a reminder that in the end, that's what he should want to get back to.
Now, we've already had, you know, it's kind of mocking. That it says the eyes half shut, dim. It's got the infinite cynicism, you know, of adult life. It's kind of world weary, and they assured Simon that everything was a bad business. Bad business. What is that? I mean, we've got hints at it in some of the ideas that you've already given to me here. You know, this cynicism of adult life, and this idea that everything is a bad business. You know, that idea that everything's going to turn out pretty bad. There's no hope for the future here. What might Golding be suggesting here about human beings in general?
They all have that kind of thing inside of them. You can never like trust that a human's just purely nice all the time.
Is it maybe this ideal question saying, no matter what you try to do, no matter how good you try to be, no matter how moral you try to be, I'm always there, waiting for my moment when you will give in to me. Humans. Why are the children there on that island? What's brought them to that island?
Human error.
Not human error. War.
So then it is kind of human.
No, so it's about, it's a what they were being evacuated, yeah, and the plane gets shot down by a fighter plane. You know, it's a war. It's humans battling against each other. What happens on the island? What do the boys start doing? Battling, fighting, yeah. It's a fairly short-lived contest, but for a while that's what it is. Yeah, and it's about this idea, humans, you cannot, you always give in to this sort of dark side, yeah, and you have this then, Simon responding, I know that. I'm getting attacked by the flies itself, that sort of thing. Again, they're almost like, the flies is that sort of decay of human, yeah, that decay of humanity. Where does this pig's head, where does this beast, this Lord of Lies, where does it get its power from?
It's a power,
The kids.
paranoia.
The children are minds. Their imagination.
Yeah, unlike what do we call it, Willy Wonka. This one doesn't have the power of imagination. It doesn't have a happy ending.
Willy Wonka doesn't necessarily have happy ending. All the other characters like weird.
They get their just desserts, don't they? That's why it can be so confident, isn't it? And again, it's like Simon's subconscious is projecting here, isn't it? Because this is what he's recognizing, and he's very much out on his own, and he knows that there's only a few good people on this island here, and he knows that he's up against it, isn't it? And it's this confrontation here, and it is this straightforward battle between good and evil that is taking place here. Remember earlier in the novel, what did we say that Golding gave a representation of Simon when he was walking into the sort of the heart of the jungle the first time? Remember, what did he do for the little ones? Food from, and again, we said that gave him what type of quality?
Like God.
Not God, that's a bit too high. One below God.
Jesus.
Yeah, Christ, it's the feeding of his disciples, his followers, that sort of thing. And so Simon had this spiritual sort of side to him. And again, it's this idea that he being kind of almost like the essence of goodness, moral goodness on the island, he is now confronting the essence of moral evil. That's what he is doing here. Yeah? And again, you've got this mockery of Simon, haven't you, by the beast? It's a joke, really. Why should you bother? You were just wrong, that's all. A little headache, something you go back, said the head certainly. It's that silent mockery of him.
Who's actually saying this?
The beast. The Lord of the Flies, the pig's head, is speaking to him.
Why does the author decide not to use speech mark?
Because how are they communicating?
The brain.
It's mind to mind, isn't it? It's almost like this is a sort of spiritual meeting, isn't it? And it's all happening through the subconscious. You know how you got that inner voice in your head?
Yeah, it's just said the head silently.
Yeah. And it's this idea, obviously, right? Literally, as he's picking up on, it's not. But think of him having a sort of almost like what you'd now say a psychotic episode. It's a hallucination that he's having here, but it is very much driven by what is going on in his subconscious. Because what the head says to him, who could easily have been, where will that have come from? All these things that the head says to him, go away, you've been a silly lad.
His insecurities.
Oh, it's not his insecurities, is it?
Paranoia.
Not paranoia. How do the others talk about Simon?
Like he's crazy.
He's batty. Even Jack, even Peggy, the kind of good guys, the morally good guys on that island, even they say he's a bit of a weird one. He's a bit of a strange one. Yeah, he is very much out in his own, Simon, in that respect. All of them regard him as being different, no matter what side of the divide they're on. And again, so that's where this could be coming from with Simon. And then we have that nice bit you talked about there about maybe the idea about, and again, it's the bulging towers up ahead, civilization, that sort of thing. Initially, Simon doesn't look at the head. He lowers his eyes, or he lowers his head, and he keeps his eyes shut. Why?
Because he knows he's superior.
He's scared.
Because he's scared, possibly. He doesn't feel ready to do what?
Confronted.
Yeah.
He's worshipping him.
No, he's not worshipping him. The exact opposite, isn't it? He doesn't want to see him. Why?
Because then he knows he's given up.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, we can have that kind of idea, isn't it? Because the other boys have looked at the pig, haven't they? Metaphorically. And have they accepted the pig?
Yeah.
And so again, it's that kind of sort of temptation. He recognises that others that have gone before him, others that are strong, like Jack, have looked, they've been tempted, they've fallen, they like what they see in the Lord of the Flies. Who else do you think has looked at the Lord of the Flies and saying, yeah, I like the look of you? Who else apart from Jack?
That weird
Roger.
boy.
Roger is very much, yeah, he'd be putting his arm round the Lord of the Flies, wouldn't he?
Looking for the beast with them.
Yeah.
The only younger one.
Yeah. And it's that classic childlike action. You know, it's that whole idea of, if you don't see it, you don't look at it, it's not there. You know, the scary thing in the corner. If you don't look at it, yeah, it's not happening, it's not there. Boom, that kind of idea. So there's also that, because let's not forget he is a boy, and it is clearly he's just not ready to confront at that moment either. He hasn't got the power, hasn't got the strength to. Because he knows that this is a battle, and it's a battle for the soul. He knows that. He recognizes that. Okay. But he doesn't move, and he remains there, and it finishes up this little section. But then at last Simon gave up and looked back, and he saw the white teeth and the dim eyes, the blood, and his gait was held by that ancient, inescapable recognition. And my question to you now would be, just before we finish up, what is it that he recognises?
That he lost the battle.
What is it that he recognises?
He's batting.
No! Doesn't recognise that he's batty. Come on. Who or what does he recognise?
Himself within
Not himself. The others. He recognises this is what has changed everybody else. They have given in to this.
It's not going to change.
No, and he will pay a price for that. And that price will be
Death.
death. Yeah.
Wait, but did Ralph give into it?
Yeah.
When he's killing them, he does, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's part of the mob.
But then Piggy dies and he
Yeah, but the beast needs a sacrifice, doesn't it? You start off with an animal offering, and then the beast is still angry. It's still not gone away, so we need to up our sacrifices, don't we? It needs a human sacrifice. That is the way this would play out. Ralph's the next. Ralph's the next one, isn't it? They're out to kill Ralph. And remember, what is Roger carrying about while he's hunting down Ralph?
the stick sharpened on both ends.
On both ends. And why is it sharpened on both ends?
So that he can
Do the sacrifice.
get him either way.
No.
Then he can put his head on the stick.
So you can cook him on fire.
You have some very dark thoughts at times, Harry Mead. Now, no, isn't it? It's the same, because it's the stick that is sharpened at both ends is used for the pig's head, and the one that's been reserved then for Ralph at the end, it's the exact same thing. His is the next head that's going to go on a stick. Okay, right, very good. There we leave it for today. Well done. Did it reach? Nope, from them.
Why you ask for free?
Lewis, no, what that
Yeah.